Hi, I'm Brian Walker. I am a trance healer, psychic surgeon. I have been a psychic surgeon now for 5 years, but I've actually been a trance healer for approximately 10 years. I've been studying spirituality for 15 years. My spirituality actually happened from the age of 3.5, when my life took a big turn for the worst. And it wasn't an easy life until I became 55. But I had spiritual experiences all that time. I was actually told I was going to do this 40 odd years ago, and I thought it was stupidity. But as things grew, it developed more and more. When I decided to walk this path, I started doing healing with the local SNU church, doing spiritual healing. Within a few months, it took off on its own. I was taken over by shaman, I was taken over by surgeons and things. So I became psychic surgeon without even realizing. It jeopardized my position as a spiritual healer. So I had to leave the confines of modern day spiritual churches and had to go independent. I then went with independent holistic healers from Scotland, requalified with them as a healer, and I'm now an approved teacher for energy healing, psychic healing, for Reiki, spiritual healing, and many other assets. Over the 15 years, I've done so many different healing modalities, and I've since learned that it's all universal energy, it's all the same, but with different names. And it's your tool bag. All these different courses are just your tool bag. I always wanted to have a healing centre, and 8 years ago Spirit said, you will have one. But they made me wait a few years, and then this centre here that I now run, Havant Healing, became an actual. And I dedicated my time to helping the community with it. It wasn't about making money, it was about working with the community. And I started it with a shoestring, literally. People from all different areas suddenly appeared that were helping me out in different ways. I've been running this now for 2 years. And I also travel abroad, I travel around Britain, both teaching, demonstrating, and healing. And now, as the time comes on, I am doing so much here, and it's all word of mouth and Facebook advertising. And consequently, I have to take time to go teaching elsewhere. In the quiet periods, I take the touring during that, and that keeps me going through the winter months when it's not in such big demand, because people's financial benefits are there. I also have concessions for people who can't afford. And why should someone suffer because of this financial side of it? So I'm here, I've got a good group of people that come and sit in, other therapists. I've got a reflexologist and does many different things, acupuncture, acupressure, massage. I have a visiting medium that comes on a weekly basis, and I have other people that come visiting mediums, visiting healers, and we also do demonstrations in the evening here as well. We also do a lot of workshops, mainly at the weekend, to help people to follow this path. We do a lot of development circles in the evenings, and of course this keeps us busy. At the moment, I've just come back from the healing weekend in front of 6,000 people, where I was healing and done approximately 40 healings. Plus, I'd done a demonstration, public demonstration of trance healing and surgery in front of almost 200 people. The feedback from that has been amazing. And by doing the public demonstration, it takes the fear of this and the misguided beliefs of people, and it brings them into, they can trust it, and I let them experience it. I also bring people up to experience my energy so that they can feel it is not harmful, and they can experience what I experience, because Spirit actually takes them down into the body and everything else. And of course, then it inspires them to go away and become healers as well. So it's a roundabout big circle. I also do therapies with people, dealing with inner child stuff and problems that's come in from being the youth side, and I talk them through it, help them out. I say I help them out, Spirit channels it through me. The same as when I'm teaching, I can write all the notes I want, but Spirit will actually do the teaching. And I look at the end of the course and find that I've taught everything I wanted to do, but not in the order I wanted it. And seemingly Spirit actually motivate me in such a way that they've had a great time, they've learned so much that they can never thought they could do. And they have these experiences go away, and some become amazing healers. Some then decide it's not quite for me, but they will go and do either Reiki healing or something like that. It's still a healing form, but not quite to the same depth. Others will suddenly decide they're going to become mediums, but it puts people on a path. And the idea of healing, Havant healing, is a springboard for up and coming mediums, healers, trance mediums, whatever they want to do. They come here, they get the empathy, they also get the guidance that we can, that we will channel for them. And then when they've got to their set levels, they will bounce off and go elsewhere with a blessing, because we are just the tools to help them, to guide them. And of course, that way we're needed in the community, and it's also an opening for people that don't know where to go. But a lot of it is based around the healing. I wanted it to become a sanctuary of healing for excellence, where we take healing to different levels, which we have done. We're always experimenting with healing and with the use of Spirit. And we've had some amazing miracles here, and they inspire us. Lately we're working with a pyramid. We've started working with a pyramid, doing different things. We're going into things like physical surgery, physical healing, where we're not even touching the body. We're allowing the guides to do it instead, from a distance. And there's other things in the pipeline to help people develop a bit further. We're intending now to start an advanced healing course, because once you've learned how to heal, most people sit in a comfort zone. But where choices are, you can't explain how far you can go. There is no horizon. So this is what we do. We're trying to teach them to go as far as they can and perform the miracles. Because anything God can do, we're part of God. We can enforce it if we believe enough and set the right intention. So this is where I aim. I never see MD as not being able to be cured. My favourite saying is, God made us, we break us, but God can fix us again. And this is where my aim is, to make everyone perfect as they can be. You never say never, because we're learning all the time. And it only takes 2 minutes to heal properly with Spirit. We don't need all this, we'll take an hour's labour off you or whatever. There's no need for any of that. 2 minutes, you can do the most profound healings. I do surgery in less than 2 minutes. But the rest of the time you spend, give them an average of about half an hour to let it sink in, nurture them, and feel the benefit. And then they come back, and they're relaxed, refreshed, and they're so excited. They explain what they've experienced. I never ask anyone what is wrong with them, because my conscious mind will take over and I will divert the healing. So I allow Spirit to do it all and let the patient explain to me what's happened. And it works amazingly, especially in the public demonstrations, because I'm dealing with people I've never met, don't know anything about, and then suddenly they can get off of bed with no pain, with these things attached. Like recently, well, over the past 3 years, I've had so many people had tumours taken away. I wasn't even aware I was doing it, because I'm not there at the time. I'm aware of the room, but I'm not aware of all the time of what I'm doing. The scope is endless, and this is what I like to do, is give people the enthusiasm to go to that level. So this is what Havant Healing's about. It's about the community and helping people to develop and do what I do. And if not, go further. Just look up Brian Walker, trans healer or surgeon, or Brian Walker, Havant Healing. Either one will get in touch with us straight away.